Well, here's Susan Collins' statement about this, about the report. Quote, here she is. The reports about John Bolton's book strengthen the case for witnesses and have prompted a number of conversation among my colleagues. Caroline, that's a little weak. Weak tea.
Really? Well, I mean, I think we should expect more from Susan Collins. She's always claimed to stand up for her people of Maine and for our Constitution and be a right-thinking, right-doing senator. And it's worse than weak tea. It's not even water. But I would say there's another piece of this executive privilege issue, which is the role of the Chief Justice. In an impeachment trial, executive privilege shouldn't have weight at all.
Can he subpoena the document
he
right
can.
now? Right now.
Under the rules of the Senate that pertain to impeachment proceedings, he has the absolute power to do so.
Let me go to Casey Hunt on that question. I mean, there's a live conversation right now, what the Senate can do, what the Democrats can do. Can't the Senate, I should say the Chief Justice, who's now the presiding officer of the Senate, can he subpoena this manuscript and move on with the facts in hand?
Well, Chris, I mean, I don't think that precedent shows that the Chief Justice would be inclined to get involved here. And there's nothing, I would defer to my colleague Pete Williams, and part of what I'm telling you is a reflection of what he's been telling all of us for the past week. That has not historically been the type of role, and obviously we only have two other precedents to deal with, the kind of role that a Chief Justice has dealt with. I really do think that whether this becomes, something that becomes part of this record is going to depend on the Republican senators, just as has always been the case. And, I think the piece of Susan Collins' statement, I take your point on the politics, from a reporting perspective, those conversations are what matters. And, Mitt Romney also was on camera earlier this morning saying that he had spoken to some of his other colleagues about this. And I think the question is just going to become, what do, when they get behind closed doors this morning over lunch and have a chance to actually talk to themselves, is the conclusion that this reporting and knowing this makes it impossible for them to essentially stick their fingers in their ears, say, la, 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 we can't hear you, and just move forward with this? Or is it a situation where they're like, we absolutely, this puts us in a bind, we can't be seen failing to at least say that we want to hear from this guy?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.